Welcome to the podcast, boy. We're here where nothing here makes sense, and whatever you do, don't drop the goddamn soap.
Welcome to episode 15 of the Lock-In Podcast. Sean came up with a friggin' great brand new intro. I hope you all enjoyed that.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk how that intro came about.
We can.
I feel like we have to. It's such a mad podcast intro. Like if that's gonna be our new thing.
I like it was loud and quick as well. It's just like you're just like, yo, I'm gonna bust this right out. Everyone's gonna hear it right away. Like they sign up to the podcast and it's you just yelling in their ear like, listen up, boys. It's quite good.
Don't drop the soap.
The delivery was good. Don't drop the soap. Yeah, it was right. Yeah, how it came about is Sean messaged me that about the building game. What was it? Was it the building game? Is what you said?
No, basically, I was in a group chat, and then I said I was going for golf later today and everything else, and they went, "Oh, it's for tomorrow." I'm like, tomorrow, sweet as chips. And Joel was like, "Chips are not sweet; they're salty." And I'm like,
Yeah.
It's just a saying, don't worry about it. He went, sweet. And for some reason, I just replied, welcome to the building game, boy. Nothing here makes sense. And whatever you do, don't drop the soap. And basically, Joel's rolling around on the floor for hours going like, what the hell? What just happened?
Yeah, I got this message out of the blue. I just couldn't stop laughing. I found it so funny. I just, he just tickled me. so I was like, please intro a podcast like that. I want you to. But just change it to the podcast game. And there you go. That was it.
Yeah,
I hope everyone else found it as funny as I did. How are you doing anyway, mate?
I'm doing good, man. I'm living life on the edge, and I'm drinking my blended Scotch whiskey that I made. So I'm living life on the edge. This could kill me. I made this. Good.
Yeah, we've drunk that before on the podcast, correct?
Yeah, I drank it before. I'm just finishing. I haven't even poured it out. This is what lockdown's come to. I've given up on glasses. I'm just drinking things straight out of a bottle. Like it's a bottle of whiskey. It's fine. Just drink it straight out of the bottle.
Yeah, drink out of the bottle. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. Shut up, Mum.
I'm right. You're wrong. Shut up.
I also have a bottle of Corona in case I finish it.
Oh, perfect. I am drinking Chivas Regal, the whiskey you got me.
Oh, sexy. So we're both on whiskey. This is a rarity.
It is a rarity. I don't normally drink whiskey. I've just run out of a supply of the rest of my alcohol.
Because Joel doesn't know what a shop is.
Yeah. All right.
You've been so like you're since lockdown started. Joel started off going like, no, drinking is your main drink is vodka. I would say.
Yes, definitely.
So if you drank all this vodka, then he was like, well, I drink cider. Drank all the cider. Well, I guess. Well, what's in the garage? Wine. Very nice posh red wine. Get to drink that then. I mean, we're literally playing like drinking games and everything else. He's like going like with like a really nice like 5-year-old wine. Like going, yeah, this is great. Lots of rules. Yeah.
I had a 10-year bottle, I think.
Yeah.
It's like some serious wine, and I was just like, hey, I'm not gonna drink it otherwise. Like, what? I don't open them up. Like, I've realised just enjoy it when I can. Like when everyone came over the other day, I had like a really nice bottle of champagne. I was just like, sod it, everyone have a glass. Like, I don't want to just drink this. It's just whatever.
So I'm quite disappointed that you've left my whiskey to last.
There's still oh yeah.
What's left? What's left after that? What's left?
There is 2 cans of Bud Light, which I can't drink because I'm gluten intolerant. There is a bottle of sours.
Sours? Oh god, no.
And there's a toffee vodka.
I'm surprised you haven't gone for the toffee vodka yet.
It's really bad. It's called like Thodka or something. It's horrible.
Oh, is it like the cheap nasty kind where you like, because you're a vodka snob?
Yeah. I do actually have my 2 really nice vodkas left. My 2 really nice vodkas are the only 2 I've got left.
Yeah, I've actually stopped. I haven't actually shown you. This is before lockdown. This is almost full. This is like almost empty. It's like I've caned it.
Is this your Dram Buet?
No, this is not my Dram Buet. This is my Downmore Portwood.
Oh, okay.
My Dram Buet and Jameson's are my cheap reserve. My Dram Buet went. That went by within the first week. I think. I don't want to. My God, I really do have a problem. it Just went in the first week. Oh shit, that's a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I think some people are like getting fit, doing their own thing. Like some people.
I'm kidding myself I'm kidding my liver off. That's what I'm doing.
You drink, we chill. I mean, this whole weekend we've had a bit of fun, and next weekend actually we've got a brunch that we've signed up for, haven't we?
Yeah, I've been going through my. I'm gonna do it in style. I'm gonna dress up for the occasion.
Fantastic.
And I'm going for my LP collection, going like that would be classy. That's not classy. That would be classy. Yeah, I realised that I've got a lot of rock and roll and punk, which is great because that's generally that's my bread and butter when it comes to music. That's my personal taste. But I realise there's a lot of stuff I don't have. I don't have a Kate Bush album. Sad.
Get on it.
Yeah, I thought I had Let It Be. I don't have Let It Be. My favourite Beatles album. I don't have it.
Wow. I didn't realise that was an album. I just knew it was a song.
Yeah, I need to educate you so bad.
Yeah, you do.
So bad. Talking of which, one of the people I'm listening to is Tom Grenham, I believe his name is. I might be pronouncing that wrong because I'm dyslexic and names are difficult. I don't
Princess Monaco. Am I right?
Japanese. Look, why don't they just speak the universal language known as English? I mean, come on. Everyone else does.
Hey, we won the war. I feel like people should speak our language.
Yeah, we won all the wars. We've defeated every single country, according to the Pub Lord, which is a comic character. He have you not seen that?
Nope.
It's we have to link it on the YouTube thing. If you're on Spotify and other accounts, then never mind. But
we can link things in Spotify.
It's worth the thing. He's a joke on the pub cover.
Okay.
And everything else. He's like during it. A few things like the Falkland War. See, that war was about penguins, because penguins are an essential ingredient in Guinness. Because what you do, you boil them, and the white cells just float straight to the top. That's generally the whole thing that he does. That's generally his spiel. It's all bollocks.
Yeah.
But he uses historical facts like people go like, what about America? Well, America actually, he proves that America lost the Brit. He went to Oxford and he was a head boy and he actually speaks Latin. He's just literally doing a bit.
Okay.
I think he's got a degree in like his history and everything else. So what he's doing is playing it fast. He's just mocking someone. It's mocking the British stereotype of the idiotic pub.
Cool. That is what that's what we're here for as well. Take the mick.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying, he's taking the mick out of me.
Yeah. When we talk garbage, he's taking the mick out of that.
Yeah, it's basically it.
That's it. Oh, I like it a lot. Oh yeah, I hope everyone else is grabbing a drink and drinking with us. So let us know what you're drinking in the comments as well.
I think, shall we make it a new rule? If you're not drinking, you have to leave.
Yeah.
No, actually, yeah, okay, fair enough. I was like, no. I want more people. I want more people to listen. No. You drink.
You drink. Even if you're on the train to work, 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. You just crack open a light one. Have like a 2% beer or something. Have a what's it? A shandy. You can join in with that.
I'm the only people who are going to work are like builders and doctors and nurses. All the things you want people to be sober for.
Oh yeah, that's. Hey, it's fine. A shandy won't hurt you.
What are you doing? Oh, I'm going to fight, coronavirus and everything else. Oh, sweet. So what do you have this morning? Oh well, I had my usual porridge, tea, croissant, 3 glasses of whiskey. Hey.
Yeah. 3 glasses of whiskey, black tar heroin to get me up. The classic. That's what all nurses and builders do, right? That's the classic.
Well, I mean, I've never. That's what I see every day. I mean,
yeah. You work on a building site.
It's all the underground there is at the moment. It's just full of doctors and nurses doing that. So damn.
Or just like tapping their vein on the underground.
Yeah, on the underground, like rocking like this. Like, there we go. Stop rocking the train.
Oh, I missed my vein again. Oh, come on. It's not many options left here. Come on.
And it's just people going, out. Got it. No, wait. No. Out.
And stabbing the person's arm next to you because you're also crowded. They're like, oh no, my heroin.
Oh no, sorry, you got AIDS now.
Anyway, I was gonna say, what have we actually been up to this week? I mean, I was gonna cover over the. We did an escape room yesterday.
We did do an escape room. That was, I was really terrible for that. Well, saying I was terrible, I kept suggesting something. I kept suggesting stuff, and you were like, yeah. Tell us then, Sean. I was like, I just don't have the information. I don't have all the information written down to figure it out. Like, yeah, well, I'm not doing anything about it until you tell me what it is.
Yeah, I was a little bit rude. We got to a point where we were both like insulting each other over and over.
Oh god, it was so much. It was just like. Do you remember that? Oh man, a good example of this. Do you remember the time I was at Wickham? I think it was like the first weekend I was at Wickham, and which was your university.
Yes, I went to university in High Wycombe.
And went to a house party thing, and we started playing. Was it Ring of Fire? Yeah, Ring of Fire. And we got to Never Have I Ever. And you meant to have 5 lives and everything else. And Joel basically got to his turn, and he said something directly aimed at me.
Yeah.
And without even skipping out the next 3 people, I just went, yeah, well, this, and that was it. It was just like we skipped the 5 lives through. We just kept laying into one another until one of them went, yeah, well, you're ugly, and he was like, yeah, well, screw you, and that was it. And it got so bad that your friends came over to me and like, are you and Joe okay? Are you still friends? And we're like, yeah, we're cool.
Yeah,
we're still buddy. One of your friends was like, do you have a fight or something? We're not looking. I was like, no, we're cool. It's just that's our relationship. We just hate each other.
Yeah, we just fling poo at each other when
when we get bored and we just feel like, yeah, you know what? Do you know what would be fun? I'm gonna pick on this guy. It's like that's basically.
It was. I mean, I think the escape room though, like with some of the clues, I was like, if it wasn't the clue that I was focusing on, someone was like, hey, what about this? And I was like, no. I'm right, you're wrong, shut up. That's my mindset.
It was quite clearly that. It was quite funny. It was quite funny because the thing that was what funny as well was like I said maybe it's this. He was like, no, Sean, it's not. Shut it. And then suddenly like an hour down the road, he was like, guys, I've got it. It's this. And there's me going like, knob. That's what I said. And you went, yeah, but you didn't give the answer. I don't have everything written down. You're like, yeah, well, I did. So suck it. It was basically that. I was like, well,
yeah, I had so many pages open. So it was online, and we basically had 9. It was you had to go through 8 briefcases. Like each new code got you into a new briefcase, and they had new information to solve the next clue. But there were things that related to old ones. So I had like all these tabs open. So each briefcase was a website online. And I just had to keep clicking between them, trying to figure out all the information. And people kept asking, hey, what happened on this page? And I was the only one that had all the tabs for some reason. So I was like flicking everywhere, trying to figure out what was going on.
I didn't have all the tabs. And because I was sharing my sister and everything else, we had like, it was the pages scattered of the things that I thought were important and the things that my sister thought were important. And they were completely different. So it was like, so when I said like, clearly it's this, and it was one thing in particular. It was like the number of mass murders. It was like, well, clearly it's that. Well, we thought it could be a number from something down the page, and we're like, well, we haven't written that down. And my sister had to go, and she was like, why didn't you write it down? I was like, I don't know. Why did you write it down? I mean, there's 2 of us
just
here.
Like, come on. That's so funny. Yeah, some of them were a bit more easier than others. I think we actually did it in an hour 15, so we actually failed. I guess if we were trying to do it in an hour. But I think there's a lot of kind of like banter back and forth, really, wasn't there? It wasn't like, let's smash this out in an hour.
I think there should be a detective show where me and you are detective people, and it's half the show is just us, insulting one another, hating on each other, like, you're a dick, yeah, you're a knob.
I love how you just called them detective people. It wasn't even like the insult thing. You're like, we should be detective people. That's so good. Yeah, I mean, that could be funny. I feel like any of it, like, this is what we do a podcast for, right? We think the chemistry's funny. And then people have told us the same. It is.
Yeah.
And a show would be even funnier.
A show would be... God, no. Imagine in real life us being detectives. It'd be the worst thing. Imagine us talking to a victim of anything.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Like all you need is one of us like being like on salon, and that's it. It's just gonna go downhill quick, isn't it? It's a bit like
just insulting each other in front of like a murder victim's family.
Like one person's late. He comes in and he goes, All right, Joel, here's your coffee. Oh, damn, he's dead. He's so dead. I mean, there's guts in the wall and everything else. And you just be like, Sean, this is his wife, Rebecca. Oh, hi. Oh!
Oh. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Nothing else. Can't say anything else.
That would just happen on a daily basis, wouldn't it? It'd be like, how many complaints would we get?
I don't think we would get to detective, mate. I don't think there's any possible chance of us getting to detective. If we had to deal with victims' families at all, like humans, other humans.
It would just be bad.
Yeah. Actually, thinking of speaking of me and you and chemistry and chatting, there's been a fair bit of podcast news this week.
Go.
So, the Joe Rogan Experience. Have you heard of Joe Rogan?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, if you say no, I'll explain it for the audience and you. Joe Rogan is a professional. He's an MMA commentator normally, but his podcast is one of the biggest in the world. It is extremely huge, like bringing in massive numbers. The highlights on YouTube bring in massive numbers. You're talking millions of views per podcast kind of thing. He, this week, signed an exclusive deal with Spotify. So by the end of the year, his podcast will only be streamed on Spotify. And they're slowly transitioning over to it.
Wow.
So I don't know how much money he's got paid for it, but it must be enormous. Absolutely enormous.
What you're saying, what we should do to cash in on this is to mention him in every single podcast just randomly at the beginning, so we can tag him, and so people can be like, "What's his locking podcasting?" And and then we become famous.
Also, I just want to say to Spotify, if you want to reach out and offer us a deal to stream exclusively on Spotify for a similar bag, then we're okay with that.
Yes, because we have that weight. I mean, what is your? Also, my sister asked me, "What is your goal for this?" And I was like, "I want to get a blue tick on Twitter." That's my goal. I want to get a blue tick on Twitter. I want to get a blue tick on Twitter so I can blackmail people to get free shit. That's it. That's the only reason. Why else?
That seems legit.
Why else would you use a blue ticket for? Blue tick for? I mean, blue ticket. I mean, blue tick.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's it. That's the only reason. I'm like, I give me free crap, or I say bad stuff about your hotel.
I like that. That sounds great.
I'm a person of influence, and I'm dark skinned, so I'll play the race card, and then everyone hate you because that's what the woke movement in the world does. I mean, I'm basically trashing them right now, but I mean, I'll phone it in and pretend I'm one of them just to get free crap. I don't care. I'm that shallow.
Hey, if you have your power, that reminds me of a very famous phrase. Isn't great power comes great responsibility? Yeah, it's not that. I want free stuff.
I want free. Yeah, this is the reason why we're not superheroes. We're literally the definition of like we stop a crime happening and be like, well, what would you give us if I got your handbag back? Nothing. Here you go. Just take the handbag and go.
Yeah, you're going to offer me like some money. You're not going to offer me 20 quid. Like I need to eat as well.
Something.
I'm not doing this for the fun.
Just give me a sandwich. Just a quickie around. Just a quickie around the corner. Anything. No, just take it. My asthma pump's in it. All right, give her the asthma pump at least. All right. I can't. What
is the robber not running away? You're just having a conversation with both of them. Like, hey, stay there.
Well, I have the power of emotion, don't I? So I can keep them there as long as I want.
Do you just infatuate the robber with you? So he's like, I want to run, but my true love.
It was a weird thing. How do you turn yourself in? I'm turning myself and turning a new leaf for my lover.
That would be so good.
But you're a serial killer who's killed over 300 people. Yes, but I want to turn a new leaf now because of this famous person.
That would be good.
Because of this one human being.
I'm just trying to think. Imagine if you were a crime fighter that did that. Every single one you just made fall in love with you. So like the whole jail is just like eventually everyone going, oh, but Sean Blackwell, I can't wait to get back out. Like all these murderers. So good.
So, do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like one of those Japanese animes where like for some reason all the girls like him.
Yes.
This is basically what I'm saying is that Japan, hire me and make this an anime. I want money for it though. It's my idea, but People watch it.
I mean, that does sound like a good anime. I would be interested in watching that. You can make anything good, to be honest.
Yeah. It's got to be a joke. Like the whole thing's got to just be a joke.
It feels like a One Punch Man like style.
Yeah,
like, everything's just like ridiculous.
I was literally just about to say the same thing.
Yeah. I'd see that. But what else was I saying? Oh yeah, and another podcast thing. Sorry, before I get off the full topic of the podcast, a bigger one as well. It's called the Call Me Daddy podcast. Also, great name, by the way. They
well, yeah, I know you like it.
Oh yeah. I think it was a great name. It's basically two women. I can't remember either of their names right now. But they talk about sex very openly, dates, things like that. That's kind of their stick to the podcast.
So what we do?
Bigger. But
what we do, but bigger.
Considerably bigger. They were actually purchased by Barstool Sports, which is very, very like a huge sports company in America. And they had a deal where I think they were guaranteed 70,000 each. Like that was their base salary, but they actually were bringing in over 500,000 each, like with merch sales and extra things like that. But they grew so big that they basically tried to sell their podcast to other people, like breaking their contract fully. And they're missing their weekly episodes. Can you not hear me at the moment?
No, I can. I'm just saying they should offer us for
cheap.
For a very cheap and reasonable price. We'll happily take that and become famous, and I can get my blue tick and get free shit.
Exactly. Sorry, Sean was pointing at himself when I was like, "Oh, can you not hear me, mate?" Yeah, offer us that contract. We can talk about sex. I'm sure we're just as good as two women. It's not a normal take everyone has.
You literally sound like a 13-year-old. Like, yes, I could talk about sex. I know what happens.
Pay us money.
A man's pee-pee goes in a woman's vey-vey and things happen. It's literally what you sounded like. You literally sound like a 13-year-old. Like, yeah, we know stuff. I promise you.
Yeah, I
no
swear
one was
I've
convinced.
done it.
If that was... the way you said it was just so bad. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, Joel, we can talk about sex. No one's convinced by the way you said it. Yeah, we can talk about sex. Yeah, thank you, Phoebe.
We've got experience, I swear. But yeah, so I just think it's really funny. And yes, they're renegotiating their contracts right now, and they've both been offered 500 base plus extra, and their contract to be shortened, but they haven't accepted it yet. Like, it's crazy. Like, they're really like bigging up their money right now.
Well, what they have to do is hit us up, and we'll take it.
Barstool Sorts, hit us up. Give us that platform. Trust me, we'll be your next biggest stars.
It may take a few years.
Yeah.
Or never, but I mean, but hey.
Should we be called Call Him Mummy?
Call Him Mummy.
That's it. We rip them off fully.
What is weirder? Someone asking you to call you daddy, or someone asking the mummy thing? What is weirder?
What
the
is
daddy? The daddy or the mummy thing? What is weirder in a bedroom? If you was with a girl,
right?
If you was with a girl, she was like, "I want you to call me mummy." Would that be weird?
Yes.
Would that be weirder than her saying, "I'm gonna call you daddy"?
No, that's become like a normal trope, hasn't it? It has as weird. I think it's still weird, but it's definitely gained its level of normality now.
Okay.
Right. I think people, if someone said "daddy" to someone, it wouldn't be an issue.
I think they're probably just as weird.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think
because we're two guys. If it was like two girls, it would be the same thing but opposite. So surely it's the same thing but just as weird.
Sorry, what?
Did I just cut out then?
What? Oh no! I just didn't understand what you said. You didn't cut out. I was like, if it's two girls.
Yeah, no. If me and you were two girls,
yeah,
the scenario would be opposite. So it'd be like, no, well, same thing, but it'd be opposite.
Oh, all right. I thought you just meant like a lesbian couple. You were like, what happens if they just call each other daddy? And I was like, wait, I don't understand. Like, where are you going? I misread the situation.
Jessica, I want you to call me daddy. Why?
Why? Yeah, why? None of us. This doesn't make any sense.
That would be weird. I feel like we're coming up. I know we said this episode's going to be an hour long, and we're already about almost halfway through, and we haven't mentioned Howl's Moving Castle once.
No, we haven't. Also, so sorry. All the for the next 5 episodes, they're all going to be an hour long. Better for me and Sean, just stat wise. We may go back to longer afterwards, but an hour is where we're sticking for this whole month.
We do want to hear, if you people who've been listening to the hour and a half ones, if you prefer that, please voice so we know, and then we'll make the change. But at the moment, an hour.
Yeah.
And with that, back to our usual schedule. Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle. It was a film. I watched it.
Did you like it?
So. I enjoyed it, but it was definitely weaker than I thought. Considering Howl's Moving Castle was being spoken about as you know, like as you said, like the purple period, like the best of the best.
Yeah, the last 3 have been like the purple period, like the Princess Monaco, Spirited Away, and Howl's Moving Castle are like the 3 like holy grail. And I have known people who, like, when I've said I haven't seen it, when I've said I've seen Princess Monaco but I haven't seen the other 2 at conventions and stuff, people like literally shame me in the middle of the convention, like, how dare you blaspheme, like, it's just a film. No, it's not, it's a religion. Okay. You need to get your shit together.
Definitely.
I feel like you're the one with the problem here, not me.
Well, I thought it was amazing because I think Spirited Away, I'm not sure if I mentioned this last time, the tattoos that I've seen people with, like when I've gone to Comic-Con, I've seen so many people's tattoos, and now seeing Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro, I've understood like where they've come from and sort of how much this inspires people. Like, this is a huge cult thing.
Yeah.
These films. But yeah, Howl's Moving Castle, I'm not sure if I just didn't get it. Like, the fire was super cute. Everyone was fun. It was a good story arc. It just wasn't... I just don't think it ticked my boxes, you know? It just wasn't... Okay. It wasn't aimed at me, I don't think. It wasn't my film.
I did like it. It's definitely... I feel like it's straight first place with Spirited Away. I think... If I had been pushed, I think Spirited Away will take the first pick. Maybe because... I'm not sure I mentioned this in the last thing. Alice in Wonderland is my favourite book. Something about it just clicks and everything else. And Spirited Away is very similar to that regard. It's written so pristine, but no, I like Howl's Moving Castle. I mean, Beauty and the Beast is my favourite Disney princess film. If I had to name one, I'd be like Beauty and the Beast. There's something about it that, again, it just, for whatever reason, it just clicks. It all just works.
Yeah.
Out of the classic Disney films, but it's got a bit of that vibe and everything else. But I tell you what is weird. Is it bad that my favourite character was the Scarecrow?
No, well, Turnip Head.
Turnip Head. Turnip Head was like my favourite character. He doesn't say anything for the whole movie. I'm like, this Scarecrow is a dude. I want to hang out with this Scarecrow.
He does say something at the end.
Yeah, no, but I like him more better as a Scarecrow. I don't like when he's a human.
Yeah. Well,
spoiler warning, everyone.
Yeah, this is what I found really funny. Is like at the end, he's like, "Oh, I'm the prince of the other land." Like, "Oh yeah, I'll go stop this war. See you later." Like, all good. And I was like, "Okay." And he then has a really long stick, and then like jumps like on the stick like he did as a Scarecrow. I was like, "Is that a power you just have? Is that how your people get around? Like, there's flying spaceships, and you are choosing a really elongated pogo stick to get around."
Maybe it's just force of habit at that point. He's so used to bouncing around like a pogo stick. He's just force of habit.
Yeah, it's that bit I found so odd. I was like, but I guess that's a lot of things.
Yeah, that didn't. I didn't really notice that bit. To be fair,
he just pogo sticked away. Like, he can fly, and he was like, "Nah, pogo stick."
Yeah, I know. I liked it though. It's got a really Beauty and the Beast vibe. This film, as I said, I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I can see why people love it very much. It's definitely out there. One of my favorites and everything else. I happily watch it again.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's yeah. I mean, I can't really. Yeah, and literally, my two favorite characters is literally Turnip Head and the Fire.
Yeah,
the sassy ass Fire. Love it.
I was a big fan of the Fire, whatever his name was, a Caspian or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. I enjoyed him. He was like the humor between him and the main character was great. He has a cool little story arc. Yeah, I don't know. It was underwhelming. I was hoping for greatness, and I wouldn't say it's bad. I just would give it like a 7.
I'll tell you what is strange. All the movies we've seen, all the women have been very, very, very like strong, independent women like, in every single one of these movies. You know, like was it Castle in the Sky, the first one we watched?
Yeah,
she was very much like, I need to do this. And she was a bit scared, a bit timid, and had to be rescued in that movie. But she was very much like, I'm doing this. I don't want to do this. She was very vocal about it and everything else.
Yeah.
Kiki's Delivery Service, I think.
Yep. Yeah, very strong figure.
All of them were very strong figures. I feel like this was actually, I was like, this is probably the weakest one. She's literally not so much. It's not so much. She's like, she ends up being the cleaning lady and kind of like a household mum almost, like a woman working in everything else. And she's like, but what I like about it is that the fact that her mum comes in. She's like, I want you to, you can work in the thing. And she's like, no, I'm quite happy doing this. That was the one thing I thought was quite interesting about it. She was like, no, I'm quite happy cleaning. I don't mind that. I don't mind doing this and cleaning after the thing. And hang on a minute. I've got like a warning on my hang on.
Oh, okay.
Technical difficulties, and we're back. And but yeah, but it was just interesting. I was like, okay, this is. It's quite strange because when you think about it, I wouldn't make her. If you think about how the story's done, I would have made her the main character. Okay.
Well, you'd say Howl obviously is the main character, really.
Yeah. Well, you would make Howl or someone else the main. You wouldn't think she would be the main character. That's tell the story through her eyes.
Well, it's almost a slice of life, like the other ones are. It's all this madness, a war's going on. This wizard is, getting recruited in and killing people. He's trying to protect his own home while living double lives. And this person's just a cleaning lady, and you see a bit of everything during it. I like the aspect.
It's very much like instead of telling the story from the main character's perspective, it's telling the story from the side character's perspective, which is kind of what Beauty and the Beast is, to be fair. I mean, really, Beauty and the Beast, the main character should be the Beast. We just end up following Belle's thing because probably more interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I'd say it's a similar one here.
It's a similar one. Yeah, it was just interesting how that's done. But it's saying that, I'm not saying that she doesn't take crap from anyone. Like, no. She does stand up for herself and everything else. It's just
definitely
it's a very diverged from the other ones we've seen. I mean, this is quite a what's the word I'm looking for here? Help me out here. Help me, Joel.
A weaker main character? Is that what you're looking for?
No, it's not a weaker main character. No, because I was invested in the story. Okay. And I said it's one of my favourite. It's up there as probably first place. It's conservative.
More conservative.
Yeah, well, the character, the role of a female is probably more conservative.
Okay.
To what?
Yeah. Instead of like other ones that we've seen. Well, yeah. I guess the other ones make huge changes. No, this person looks after the main character and like gets sassy to a fire demon. She doesn't actually do a ton of things that changes the world, right? She's not the one that helps finish. No,
but she changes the household dynamic and everything else. But what I'm saying is quite a conventional. It's like, what's her role? She's a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
Like, let's put it this way: if you subscribe this story to Hollywood now, they'll be like, no, we can't do that. There'll be a riot.
True. I kind of see that. I don't know. Again, what would you give out of 10? What would you give out of 10?
An 8 or a 9. I'm not decided yet.
I was gonna say that was a long pause. You were rebooting.
It's 8 or 9. 8 or 9. It's I think Spirited Away is 9 or 10. Monaco's a solid 9.
I can't tell if you keep saying Monaco as in you're now taking the mick, or that you forgot that it's called Mononoke.
No, I've forgotten. It's pronounced Mononoke. I just know it. I've been calling it Monaco for like so long, and it's like that's what it is now.
Yeah. In your mind, you're like, right, this is it. But yeah, I mean, I'd give it like a 7. I think Spirited Away was far superior in my mind.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Still, none of these have been bad films. But they do seem to be improving, I think, as time goes on still.
Yeah, the next one is The Wind Rises.
The Wind Rises.
I believe. I haven't actually checked, but I'm just guessing.
Well, I'm glad you even sort of knew, because I don't have a clue. I didn't even look it up. So we'll just say it is. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll just say it is. Well, that's the one we'll watch next.
I think after this we've got two. It's got The Wind Rises, and then it's Ponyo, which I have seen Ponyo, and I can't wait for you to see it and just be like, I can't wait for you to see it.
Fantastic. All right, so The Wind Rises. Guys, you watch that. Get your drinks ready. We'll talk about it next week. Monday, as always. Boom. Good stuff. Time in. I've actually started releasing them earlier because it wasn't actually releasing on Apple Podcasts in time for 4 p.m. So I'd release them at 4 and they wouldn't release till 5. So I think they had to get updated. So now I'm releasing them at 3. So I think Spotify and YouTube gets it at 3, while Apple will still get it at 4.
Okay.
Just letting everyone else know.
That's fine. Yeah, that's
yeah. I was going to say, I mean, there's a lot of other things that are coming back into the world. Like, there's a lot of news happening around COVID and like how the world's actually progressing again. Which
I haven't paid any attention to that at all. So you can fill me in.
Go for it. Okay, well, next week or this week coming, so Bank Holiday Monday is tomorrow. That is the May half term, and after that, schools are meant to be going back.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Which is mental. I think it's slightly mental. Obviously, a lot of safety precautions are going to have to be put into place, and a lot of parents are saying they don't want their kids to go back.
I feel that's understandable. I kind of feel at the moment it's not ideal. The world's kind of on pause at the moment and everything else, but unless you have got GCSEs or you have got exams to go into the next year or to carry on your education in a very important way, like key stage 1 and 2, 3, they say it's important. It ain't really. It's just kind of it's not. The key stage 1, 2, and 3 are there to tell the education system where you're at.
Yeah.
But it's not important to carry on your education thing. It's not gonna determine which secondary school you go to or which college or which university or which anything else is going to go through. It's not like GCSEs or anything like that.
Yeah, like the stats at the end of like year 6. If you're going to a really good grammar school or you know, like a special school, you're going to be doing an 11 plus. You're not doing the SATs anyway. Like that doesn't make a difference, and that would be done. You can do that from home anyway, right? Or privately. So I do kind of agree there.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're doing the next thing, like GCSEs and everything else, you do need to be back, and because I do pay this, and we don't have GCSEs anymore, but whatever the equivalent is. They are the ones that probably should go back and do the tests and everything else and stuff like that. And that way there'd be less people in the schools. It'd be easier to social distance.
Yeah.
And keep the thing and everything else.
So what's actually happening at the moment is GCSEs are being done on your predicted grades, so they don't have to go back. Whatever a teacher gave them for a predicted grade in their GCSEs, that is going to be their final result. I'm
100% against that.
Yeah, I kind of I'm with you.
No, I'm 100% against that because I was very bad dyslexic, and my story of being dyslexic in secondary school was interesting. Despite that, I did actually go to a very, very good school, but the education system, it was more the board, the exam board was the issue, not the school.
Yeah.
They were like, no, you're not. The exam board wouldn't accept that I was dyslexic, and I had to do like 3 or 4 tests before they were like, you're dyslexic. But at that point, it was the final year, and it was like, yeah, it's too soon, we can't really do anything more. And the exam board I should actually find out and actually call them out on that shit, but they actually asked me not to take the English test.
Okay.
Because it would look bad.
What, the school asked you that?
The exam board and the person in charge of wherever it is asked me not to take the English test.
Wow. Okay.
Because my predicted grade was an F.
Okay.
Because English is hard.
English is hard.
English is hard. Even if you're not dyslexic, I think English is hard. It's one of the most difficult languages to learn if you're not native. Which I'm kind of convinced I'm not. I'm super convinced that I'm not dyslexic. I'm just not having found my native language yet because I'm brown as hell and I don't look English.
Yeah, you've been adopted. You're the postman's.
Clearly, but yeah, it's but they basically told me not, and I did it, and I ended up getting a high D,
Okay.
But considering it was an F, I got an high D, which is a pass technically. I did end up getting a 5 GCSEs, C and above, and everything else. But I mean, predicted F. If I was going by predicted grades, I would have not have gotten that. I wouldn't have been able to prove myself.
Yeah, 2 grades above your predicted.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and there's that's me. Well, imagine if someone else. Yeah, I mean, it could be anything for anyone else, and I feel like it's important.
I do agree. I'm not 100% against it, but I do agree. Some people, myself, I mucked about in mocks all the time. I didn't really care. I was like, I know I can do exams. I'm quite good at exams. I get the work done, but I'm lazy. So I was just like, mocks. Who cares? I'll just knob them off, And my predicted grades were like D, like at A level. If I got those, like if I just didn't have a chance to do the exam, it could be much worse for me. And I think that's what's happening with A levels as well as GCSE. So that's going to university.
Yeah, it's gonna be, if that's what they're gonna do, it's gonna be a lot of people having a gap year, retaking a lot of exams. I feel.
Yeah, and actually at A level it's even more difficult now because it's 2 years to resit. There's no ASs. So you did one in year 12, one in year 13. So I think that doesn't exist anymore. I think it's all done in year 13. I believe. So that's crazy. I mean, I presume you can just resit all the exams, but to have to pay for that, you'll have to pay for that. And to take a year out, it is a huge hassle.
Yeah, that's where I think the priority should be for the people who need to progress in the education system. I don't think little kids, because this is the thing. I know that I think the main reason why they're going for the little kids going back to school is so that parents don't have to deal with them. But at the same token, or like homeschool them and everything else. But at the same token, I kind of feel that's part of being a parent, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, here's something
personally,
that I heard.
That's generally how I feel. So part of that. I've heard that one person said that, I mean, who's going to listen to my kid? Who's going to teach my kid how to read? I'm like, you can do it. To a certain extent, surely you can do it. Just for a year until we sort things out a bit more and find stuff out a bit more. Surely you can do that to a certain extent.
I kind of agree. All right, so I agree with you. Any intelligent parent should be able to teach maths, teach English, teach a bit of science.
If you're going down the I Am Sam route, that's a different scenario altogether.
The what? Sorry.
I Am Sam route.
I Am Sam. I don't know.
Have you not seen that film?
No.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Reference gone straight over Joel's head.
Yeah. I was bad. Here's one for you. So there's 2 things. One thing that I saw on the news is a woman. This annoyed me actually. One person said, "Oh, don't worry. The school will help my kid catch up." No, the school will not help. If kids fall behind, they're going to try and help the highest learners and where they should be. They are not going to have the time to sit with a class of 30 and kids that have fallen behind sit individually with them. They won't have the time for that. So parents learn that straight away. That's so ignorant to think.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah,
with that. That's not how the system works.
Yeah, I wish we could.
Yeah,
but we can't.
Yeah, it's just I mean, simply that is just stupid.
So I saw that annoyed me. That's number one.
My mum used to work in a school and help with special need people. I don't know why. I'm not going to mention the school she used to work at, but basically because I was dyslexic, like, oh, your son's special needs. She was like, he's dyslexic. He's not special needs. He just finds reading hard. It's like, okay, here's a kid with like some of the worst. My mum would come back and be like, I am so lucky. I am only dyslexic. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
But literally, basically the thought was like, but you've dealt with this person. You could deal with this. It's like they're 2 very different things.
Fully. Like people don't understand disability. I think more so now, but I think less in the past.
But there'll be a case of like there'll be kids going to school who don't have to do their shoelaces up.
Oh, okay.
And they'll bring it up like, your kid doesn't have to do shoelaces up, and the response will be like, you're a teacher, you teach them.
Insane.
And they're like, And certain things like I don't know how to use another fork. They were like, yeah, teach them then. It's like, what are you doing at home? I'm sorry.
What are you eating with?
Like you gotta do some stuff at home and everything else. And then you know, the one thing I did try my best to fight for was because my mum was at a primary school. My mum was this is at, and the one thing they were saying that a lot of kids, because this is during the hype of the Marvel thing, I feel that the hype of Marvel has kind of gone down a bit, but at the top of the Marvel's game and everything else, and kids were picking up comic books to read.
Cool.
And they were like, the school was like, don't know about it. And I was like, no, look, kids have got video games, they've got all the excuse in the world not to actually read anything.
Yeah.
They're picking up something and go like, I want to read it. Let them goddamn read it. It doesn't matter if it's Iron Man, it doesn't matter if it's Batman or Wolverine. I mean, honestly, if they're reading a Batman or Wolverine comic, they probably shouldn't, because there's often some. They're not for kids. There's some dark shit going on there. But I mean, X-Men. All kids should read X-Men. It's the most positive message in the world.
Yeah. Complex themes, very positive message. It's a good read sometimes. I think there's different levels of reading.
Yeah, it's a great thing, and the message is basically like, we're all different, but we're all the same at the same time. We're all the same. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And everything else. It's really great. I don't want to get woke on everybody's butt, but I mean, it's a great message.
Yeah.
But because we're like, yeah, but it's got pictures in. It's like, yeah, the picture. Have you ever watched the news on mute? You have no fucking idea what's going on. Have you ever watched any movie on mute? Like, okay, there's a shark. I'm guessing that guy. Any movie. If you watch any movie on mute, with no sound, you'd be like, I guess that's the good guy and that's the bad. You have no idea what the fuck's going on. You can guess. You can make an educated guess.
You're saying you need
actually know,
full context.
but you do need full context. You do need to know what's happening, and and more often than not, someone changes sides and everything else, and be like, he's a bad guy. Oh no, wait, we're fighting together now. You need to know what's happening.
I guess a book, that's what they say. A book basically describes everything that's going on in such vivid detail that you can explain things better. Because a comic uses pictures instead of using that description.
All the pictures do is take the descriptive text out of the way. You don't need to spend time to how to describe someone looks. But the main thing is, if at primary school level, it's about getting people interested in reading, have a positive experience with it.
I don't disagree with that.
Because how many people that we were lucky we had Harry Potter, which made reading cool.
Everyone read it.
Everyone read it. It was cool. If you did not read, if you're not in the playground reading Harry Potter, you was a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like everyone read it. You was like a weird freak of nature reading. If you did not was on the playground with your Harry Potter, everyone was part of a Harry Potter reading club for some weird reason. It was a weird phenomenon that Harry Potter made reading really, really cool. For some weird reason. That's how great that story is.
I actually read. This is one thing that I found really funny. Is I read the Pokemon games. I would talk to every single character and talk to absolutely everyone.
It's a great thing.
And the other day though, my friend was playing it in French because he's trying to learn French, and he was like, reading it, and I said, he's saying. These aren't Pokemon footsteps, they're my own, silly me. And he's like, you read French? I was like, no, I just remember exactly what that character says in this game.
Well, how many times have you played the original Pokemon games, though, Joel?
That was Pokemon Sapphire.
Yeah,
I've played them all too many times.
Damn. But I mean, but that's the thing. But how many people...
It helps.
Yeah, but since then, how many people have you read that are younger than you who didn't grow up with the phenomenon of Harry Potter, like on a whim? I'm not saying you hang out with little kids like a weird paedophile like Michael Jackson. Just throwing
out accusations left, right, centre here.
Boom. But I mean, you probably bumped into someone who's young for whatever reason. There's someone in your family or someone interaction, and they're like, "I don't like reading. Reading is boring."
Yeah, I mean, I know people. We have bought Harry Potter books actually for my younger cousins. We actually did do that.
Exactly.
To encourage them.
Yeah, to encourage them and everything else. But that's the thing, is that you just make them. All you have to do is get them to have a positive response about reading something and everything else, and it will happen naturally. Don't force it upon them.
No, I agree. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Actually, sorry. One other point where I was going to say with the actual teaching from home. Just because in our community there's a large sort of immigrant Asian population, some of them English isn't their first language. and they can hardly speak it, especially like outer London. So parents can't really help teach.
Okay.
Well, maybe maths, but not English, not really science, not really, like they've come over here, they've got the kid in the school, and their kid is their main English speaker in the family. They are at a real risk of falling behind, and I think that's very severe.
That's a fair point. I didn't think of that. That's a fair point. I
wanted to sort of bring it up and just sort of I just want extra help going to them. I don't know how. I don't know what to suggest for it, but I think that is an essential.
Maybe they definitely. Maybe the kid can teach them English.
Maybe if there's things that they could do, like
interacting a little bit.
That's a good call. I mean, I don't know how much time teachers have, but if they could send packets home to sort of say the kid to talk to the parents, sort of say, hey, this is the basics you should be learning, and sort of try it that way. It depends how involved the parent is as well. It's a grey line, isn't it? A really grey line.
Yeah. It's the main reason why I always feel there should be a stay-at-home parent. I didn't place a gender there because everyone loses their goddamn minds. Just someone. It doesn't matter who. I feel like if someone's there present for a majority of it, it's better. Obviously things are easier. It's easier said than done for everyone. Everyone has their own.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, everyone has to do what's best for them at the end of the day, I feel. But I mean, I generally feel like if someone could stay at home and kind of help out the kid, whether it's the guy or the girl or one of the guys or one of the girls, because it could be a lesbian couple adopting, I don't know.
I love how you're just trying to include everyone. You're like, whatever it is. I love how you're
wherever it is
become.
And how PC, because I went through and listened to all the podcasts and I was like, oh my god, I'm basically Jimmy Clarkson. I'm offending someone like every left, right, and centre on a daily basis. Like, oh no.
I love that. Anyway, I've just noticed the time. We're already at 52 minutes. Do you want to? I was gonna say. I've got a load of topics. We can talk about them next week. There's a plane crash in Pakistan and India. Between there, a plane crashed. So a lot of people died. So just sending love out to all of there. I just want to bring that up real quick because that's horrible. And I wanted to bring it up, but I feel like we're running out of time. So
I like you said this tragic thing really quickly and then laughed at the end of it. But it's not appropriate, Joel.
I didn't see it. Felt rushed. I was like, actually, this is a serious thing. An A320 carrying 91 people crashed into a village in India, in Karachi.
Oh,
so
damn,
the death toll could be enormous here. Currently, there's confirmed 79, but it could keep going up. This only happened yesterday. So just wanted to throw out love and wishes all over there. It's a horrible situation. It's always horrible when anything in the aviation industry goes wrong because the death toll is massive every single time. There have been some survivors from the crash, though. The actual aircraft that crashed, there's been 2 survivors guaranteed already, which I think is amazing.
That's because they're in the fetal position.
Maybe. I don't know if that's a thing that helps. Maybe they were just lucky.
I don't think.
God, who knows?
Surely the fetal position doesn't actually help. I mean, if you crash into a mountain at 500 miles per hour and you're in the fetal position, and you just look around and be like, "Huh? Well, it works." I don't think.
Why did not everyone else do this? All right, we're making a horrible situation. Oh my god! No, that's fine. And I made a fan, by the way. I'm sick of building. Sean wanted me to mention it. I made a fan on the bench.
You didn't make a fan. You assembled it. You didn't. You were such a twat. You was like literally yesterday. We was doing the escape room and everything else. After we were playing a few games. Joel was like, literally like Tom Hanks out of Castaway after he made fan. Like, I made fan. Look how manly and great I am. And everyone was like, "Okay, good job." Right, what are we talking about? And Joel was like, literally like, "No, look, I made fan. Look how this is revolutionary. I made something. You didn't made it. It came by post, and you assembled it together. And you struggled. That's the main thing as well. You struggled. You're like, how do I put this on this? And I literally saw you use it like on this, going like, no.
All right, I was a little drunk as well.
Does it sit on it? No, it doesn't sit on it. How is it? Maybe it's a blender. Maybe I'll just do that. You literally, it was literally like watching a primitive man try and make how flint works. Like, I get rock.
It took longer than it should have. I'll say that.
It did take longer than it should have. It was fun. It was funny watching you assemble it because it was literally like primitive man trying to figure shit out. It was quite strange.
Yeah.
Like it goes, and every time you figure something out, you're like, da da.
I did feel smart. Like when I assembled a very basic fan that had how many pieces that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces. I was like, I'm great. Like this is fantastic. Praise me.
The thing is as well, did it come with instructions, Joe?
I don't know. I don't know if it did. I
feel like it came with instructions, and Joel was like, I must admit, in typical man style, like, I don't need instructions. I'm a man.
Instructions are cheating.
And literally in typical guy style, like, it don't work, it don't fit. I don't know what's going on.
It was. Oh wait. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because you wanted me to bring it up because you were like, you're an idiot.
It was funny. It was truly funny because you were like, it was funny because you were like, look how impressive I am. Look how great I am. It's like, it's a fan. What the fuck do you want? You just put things together and turn it on. And you're like,
I wanted acknowledgement. I wanted acknowledgement. That's what I wanted.
No one cares though. It's not that impressive.
People did care because everyone found it funny, and that's what matters.
No one cared. They were laughing at you, not with you.
That's fine. I get a laugh.
It still counts.
Exactly. Anyway, all right. Let's start wrapping this bad boy up.
Right.
Would you rather? I put a little bit more effort into this one, sort of.
Okay.
I say that these are horrible. Both of them are quite dark. I've actually written 3 down. I didn't really know which one I wanted to pick. One of them, I was thinking, should I take out one of the dark ones and put in just a nice little would you rather, and get your explanation behind it. But what would you prefer? Do you want one dark, one lighter?
Just go for both of them. Let's go full. After my PC attitude, I can go with back to my normal ways of criticizing and offending the whole world as normal. Let's go.
All right. Okay. Well, here you go. If you could go back and kill baby Hitler, but it had to be an extremely gruesome way, and you also died, would you do it?
I don't know. See, this is the problem. Is that Ricky? I originally watched a bit of Ricky. Oh God, what's his last name? Gervais.
What's that? Sorry.
What's his name? Oh man, this is me butchering people's names, and I'm a bit drunk and everything else. Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, yeah.
Yeah. I watched this little thing, and he showed a picture of like baby Hitler, and baby Hitler actually looks kind of cute. Despite the fact this man becomes like the face of like evil on the planet, him as a baby looks like, you know, a baby.
A baby.
But knowing it's a baby and he hasn't done anything yet. But
yeah.
So you basically asked me to kill an innocent baby. At this point, he's still innocent.
Yeah.
Because
it has to be gruesome. It has to be like a gruesome kill.
Wait. What rule of time travel are we going with? Does the rule of time travel that me being there changes the course of history, or?
Yes.
So so the fact that I've been there and then just leave could mean that Hitler not be evil.
You can't. Let's say you can't come back. Let's say you go there, you kill him or you don't. That's it. Like you're either there to kill him or you just don't go.
Kill him. Fuck it.
You would?
Yeah.
How would you kill him in your gruesome way as well?
I'll make a blender.
You'd make a blender.
I'll make a blender out of a Spitfire engine. I'll make a Merlin engine, connect to like a bunch of blades made from propellers, and just dropping in. And then just feeding to a bunch of pigs. That'll be it.
Wow, that's quite good. I respect that.
I mean, I can't take the risk. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
The amount of evil that man, when that baby grew up, the amount of evil it did.
Yeah, here's the thing.
I can't take the risk. It is despicable because I'm killing at this point an innocent baby, which is like, damn. But it is Adolf Hitler. I mean, that man ain't innocent. That man's far from innocent. That man.
Here's the thing.
He had issues.
Would someone else take his place? That's what my question would be. In my mind, if I went and just killed Hitler, would Himmler have just done it? Would someone else in the party have just done it? Would it be even worse?
Well, no, because Hitler was the one who got the movement going. He had some, regardless of what he had for it. I don't know if I'm going to say this, but for a historical reference, he had charisma. He got people to follow him. Yes, he was a mad dictator, and he went off very much of the deep end of crazy, but people did like him. People did follow him.
Yeah,
yes,
people did horrible things in the name of him.
Yeah, but they were also a little bit crazy and a bit weird. But I mean, the general German public did support him until they found out he was crazy and it was too late. But until that point, he did have the charisma to get a movement going.
Well, they weren't ever against him, were they? I don't think the population was ever really against him.
Oh no! I feel like he got to the point where the mad people took control of the asylum.
Mm.
And at that point, it was too late. World War II was already in full swing, and they were like, "Oh shit, we just can't. You can't say anything bad because you will end up like that."
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Speaking against it.
Yeah, and everything else. And people don't realize that before Hitler came in Germany were in a very, very desperate position.
Yes.
And he took full advantage of it. I mean, it doesn't make it right what they ended up doing during World War II, not by a long shot. But we're seeing with Brexit and how it is and everything else, like people feel desperate and everything else. Similar things are happening here. Similar things are happening in other European countries as well. I don't know why. I don't know why we go south. We never go communist. We always go like far right, mad people who think blame on people's skin colour for whatever reason. But I mean, it always seems when people get desperate and want to blame something,
blame someone else, don't they?
The right wing come in and go, it's their fault, and we all go like, it is them. I mean, it's like, no, it's normally more complicated than that.
There was a lot of hatred towards the Jews just because, or the Jewish population, just because they were travellers, I believe. They were travellers that were very educated normally, so that they could do numbers, and they got the high-paying jobs like accountancy, and that they just started being in powerful positions, and that's sort of what was... It was an easy target.
What are you going by the German people or Hitler? Because Hitler didn't like them because they didn't like his paintings. Let's be honest, that's the main reason why Hitler didn't like the Jewish people.
I don't know why. No, I just know in Germany and Poland that was the case.
Yeah, in Germany, there were people with money, and they were... Germany before World War II were in severe economic ruin. They were like... It was basically Zimbabwe. It was just terrible. That people were burning... It was cheaper to burn the money than to go off and buy some bread. It was just awful. Like, people were going down the shops to do their shopping in a wheelbarrow, and the wheelbarrow was being robbed. They ditched the money in the wheelbarrow. They went, fuck the money. They just took the wheelbarrow. It was awful. That's how bad it was. And Hitler he came in, said, right, that's it, screw it. We're getting rid of the old type of money, introducing a new one, which I believe is called the Deutschmark.
I don't know.
I can't remember which one, but he basically said we're restarting from the board, scrapping all the debt and everything else, starting from the beginning again, which caused a lot of problems with the banks. But he basically, he's a dictator. He went, fucking deal with it or I shoot you. Which you learn to deal with it. If that's what you're given, you go, oh, okay. So I guess I just deal with it.
So what you're saying is he did a lot of good things for the German economy.
This is the thing with. This is a problem with all dictatorships. They do a lot of good, but they also do. Then they go off and do an awful lot of bad.
Yes,
that's generally how dictatorships work. Like Mussolini, he got the trains to run on time. He built the roads. He got trains to run on time. He made a lot of houses, and he brought Italy, which was at that point kind of struggling to get into the modern era, and then he became friends with Hitler and started killing everyone and starting wars and people. And he went to shit because he's a mad dictator. That's what they do. But they always start off like Napoleon is another one. He starts off going like,
we've jumped down a rabbit hole after this. Would you rather?
Yeah, we have really jumped down a rabbit hole. And Napoleon's saying things like equality for all people. You get in the army, you get promoted by merit, not by your money and everything else. Great, he got rid of the aristocracy thing and said, you have to be good at your job to actually get, to do your job. You don't have to have money.
Yeah.
Do your shit properly, or you're out.
Good.
That's basically
how it should be.
That's how it should be. It makes sense. He also was the first. I think he was the first country that adopted the vaccine and got rid of smallpox.
Oh really?
Yeah, I believe so, and everything else. But
with cowpox, was it?
Yeah, cowpox. Sorry.
I thought
No.
They removed smallpox with cowpox.
We discovered it.
Yeah.
But the British government was like, it seems suspicious. He was like, that sounds like a great fucking idea. I'm putting it to all my soldiers and everything else. And guess what? It works. But yeah, and then he had to go ruin it by, do you know what would be a good idea if I conquered all of Europe?
Too many people have had that plan before. It doesn't work.
It goes down like a really... I don't know why.
I guess it worked in the past, but not in the recent history.
Yeah, but that's why democracy works. So you get the people who get in power and they do the good shit, and then as they start going crazy, we're like, okay, you're cray now. We put someone else in.
And then they're like, no.
Well, no. It's called democracy. They may go, no, you bastard. We go, but we go, yes, because we employ. That's how point of democracy is. The people employ the person who's in charge. Yeah,
but that is the dictatorships, as you said, just take over. But yeah, I mean, I find that very interesting. Good take on it, at least. So you'd still kill the Hitler baby.
Oh yeah, he's too bad. He's too much bad.
All right, next one. Here's another. It's a little bit dark, but would you die tomorrow at midnight, or wake up after being in a coma at the age of 75? So what would you rather? Sorry, would you rather wake up at 75, be in a coma for the whole of your life, or you die at midnight tomorrow?
It doesn't really matter, surely, because either I basically wasted a life anyway.
Yeah, so I'm saying, but you could do anything you wanted in this next day, right? You could do anything you wanted.
Yeah, but I wake up at 90. Yeah, but I wake up as 97. Everyone's moved on. I might as well be dead. I might as well just die at that point. Fuck it.
Oh, sorry, at 75, not in 75 years. At the age of 75.
At the age of 75, everyone's still moved on.
Yeah. All your parents and everything are gone.
I feel like isn't this a TV show?
I don't know.
I feel like this is a TV show where someone goes in a coma and they're from the 80s and 60s and they wake up and they're like.
Is this not just Captain America?
No, they have aged. It's been a coma, and they wake up, and it's like the 21st century, and she still thinks it's the 70s or 80s. And it's like, yeah, it's the 80s. And it's like, no, it's not.
Unstoppable Kimmy Schmidt. Is that a thing where she's in the bunker for like 20 years or something?
I don't know. I feel like it's a TV show. Anyway, I want to try my whistle.
Anyway, yeah. So what would you rather? Choose to die tomorrow, or wake up at 75?
75. Oh, but this is a good question. What happens when you wake up at 75? You start your life again and everything else.
Yeah.
What happens to the money side of things? Do you just get all the money in your saving account still?
Yeah, I guess you've got a 1% interest on all your money. Let's say you've got that for every year.
Yeah, I guess I'll pick 75 then.
Yeah?
Because it's
you'll have money.
Well, it's open waking up and starting from scratch at 75. It's like, what's the point? I mean, you're in a very bad situation. I mean, you can make something good at yourself and everything else, but you still got the knowledge that you don't have the wisdom of a 75-year-old, put it that way, to restart again. You still got the wisdom of who I am now. Yeah, a 26-year-old who's very unwise and a bit stupid. So I'll be a 76-year-old who's with the wisdom of a 26 stupid idiot.
Yeah.
Sentences, I can say them. I know how they work.
I can see why they didn't want you to take the English test.
And somehow I proved them wrong, almost.
You did.
Just.
Got that pass. So yeah,
there was no speaking test. That's why I passed.
yeah. If you had an oral exam, it would be an issue.
Okay.
You're dumb,
what is your name?
Or dumb, huh?
What is your name? Toilet on the left. No, your name.
That was... What accent was that? What was that?
I went for let's offend everyone all at the same time.
Yeah, it was perfect. You smashed that. Mate, that was so funny.
Let's offend every nation all at one go.
I thought you were trying to be you saying that. What were you saying? I was so confused. I was like, "Are you?"
I don't know. Do you know what it was? It was half attempt to steam myself and me trying to pick an accent, but I couldn't pick one. So it was kind of like a weird mix of everything.
As the sentence flowed, it just went through. It's perfect.
So basically, all I did was offend the whole nation, which is fine because I am the whole nation.
If you offend everyone, you're not really offending anyone. It's equal treatment. It's equal treatment.
Yeah. Were you offended by that?
Yes. My ears were offended by that. So go on then. Wake up. So 75 is what you'd say.
I think I'll say 75.
I guess you can still do stuff at 75. It's not like life's over.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could just spunk all your money tomorrow and go nuts, and that does sound very fun.
That does sound fun.
All of it, like you're just like full blowout. I'm flying to Vegas, like private jet.
Problem is, I can't fly to Vegas on a private jet because of COVID-19.
Let's say no COVID-19. Die tomorrow, or like you could do anything. Like one final blowout. Like
I still say
all with everyone. It would be pretty sick.
No, I'll still say 76. I want to see how things end. I like to see how people's lives get all linked up and everything else. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah,
and you know it's you know you're in it for the fight. You want to see how it ends and everything else. True.
Yeah, I think it'll give you a lot more years on your life, but it's to what point as well, right?
Well, yeah, I was generally saying that. I mean, 75, I could probably do. If you went, I thought you said 95. I was like, well, what's the point? I just die.
Yeah. At 75, you've got another 10 years good on you, don't you? But for most people, some people still living good at 100, but not everyone.
But the thing is, 75 in a coma, you have the best diet in the world, surely, because you're literally just given your exact amount and everything else. You have muscle wastage. No, because you have muscle wastage.
No, I fully agree. Like
you have the perfect diet. So once you build your muscle up and everything else, you're fine.
I guess you're right. You'd have much less health issues than other people at that
I'm
age.
not going to lie. My liver loves this idea. My liver's like, yes, let's do it. A coma 75. What are we waiting for?
You'll wake up tomorrow. I'm going to need a new host. We'll get Sean back in 50 years, 49 years.
I come back like, hey, so what did I miss? A lot.
I do like the partying aspect of just going nuts for a final day, but I do agree. Like the survival aspect of me thinks 75 is the right choice. Anyway, I think we're gonna have to end it there, mate. We've already overlapped our time slot, but we will be cutting them down more and more and try and keeping them to an hour. Thank you so much, listeners. Always give us a like, give us everything like that. Then just come back and listen. That's all we want from you. Hope you've enjoyed yourself, and cheers.
See you later.
Bye.